This game is Glimmering Kings. It's an 8-player FFA. We're just going to look at the location of the ruins real quick. I only see one or two that aren't too far from me. But we're going to start the game by moving our warrior as far north as we can. Just see if there's any village up there. And we instantly see, well, a lot of water and what looks like Quetz's boundary there. So we're not going to make any more units because there's a possibility we are on an island. Luckily, it's got at least one other village there. We're not even going to prime this ruin here because, well, you can't really prime a ruin when there's all that water around it. So we're going to risk getting an explorer, but we don't really have a choice here. But we lucked out. We got 10 stars, so that's good. This game is 8 players, like I already said, but there's 6 separate land masses. So I don't really know how to define the different land masses. One important thing is I didn't go for forestry, which I normally do, because there's only one tree around that second village. Plus, I also want to get off this island faster. So fishing and sailing, it seems to be the best route as far as tech goes. Quetz met me and gave me some valuable resources. And then I sent an explorer out after I had sailing, just hoping the shallows connected. Let me see, I got climbing, I got organization, and I got some more valuable resources, which is 5 stars. But I did find out some important things about the water near me. I see what is that, Zabasi's border there. So we're gonna try to sneak a boat into his village there. Hopefully it's not a capital, because if it's a capital, he could see my boats coming because they have extended vision. But if it's just his second village, we might be able to sneak a boat in there. And right now we have enough stars to make a port next turn, but I make a mistake here and I make a second warrior there. It might not have been a mistake because I was kind of gambling on the possibility I'd be able to sneak one warrior into Zabasi's village there, which might have been worth not getting the upgrades from my 2 villages on this island. So here's an important point to make. On turn 4, I was planning out how to proceed in the game, and I was gonna border expand my capital, and that would give me these 2 custom houses here, and I would be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 ports, and that would have been quite an income there. So that was the plan, and that was literally probably the best way this game could have went. So Quetz put a warrior on my landmass. I just hit it with a boat, plus the Polytar just kills the warrior. Luckily, a Polytar can kill an 8 health warrior. So Quetz had an unfortunate spawn down there. He's on a 1 village island, and I'm thinking Zabasi's on the main landmass, but I later find out he's also on a 2 village island. Okay, guys, so Quetz just totally ruined my plan altogether. He border expanded first. He cut off, like if I put a port here, it's no longer going to connect to my capital, and I'm not going to get the trade route. So Quetz totally destroyed everything. I now have pretty much no good custom houses, because I could put one here and some ports here, but I mean that's nowhere near as good as sharing ports between. If I had 2 custom houses here, they would share these 2 ports. That would have been far better than the options I have now. So just something to look out for. Maybe I mean I could have tried to border expand first instead of trying to move my boats up there into Zabasi's territory, because obviously he had a warrior in that village. I was not able to sneak in there. So it's a gamble. Sometimes you choose the wrong option. In this case I chose the wrong gamble. So Quetzali needs to stop putting his boats near my landmass because Polytars just destroy boats. I'm going to keep that Polytar on the land for quite a while here because, yeah, I know there's going to be more boats coming up against it. Zabasi and Quetz, they're both going to move some boats up against it. So there's his capital. He doesn't have a defender in it right now. I moved my Polytar, one of my Polytars, onto his landmass there. So we're going to try to capture it. And something really strange happens next turn, and we're actually able to get it. Because if he put a defender in there, but instead, it looked like he upgraded his 2 boats to ships, and he didn't have enough money. He was 1 star short, I'm thinking, of making a defender. So we're going to easily get our Polytar in there, and that's pretty much it for him. I think he's botted by now. So the next target is, of course, going to be Zabasi. So this map we can already see has a lot of water down south. So we're already afraid it's going to go naval. So it's even worse now that I'm not able to get those custom houses. So we're going to peek over here and see if, because we want the killer monument. And we're going to peek over here and see if we can get an easy kill on Quetz's last ship. But it's at 15 health, so we can't kill it. So we're just going to make it vanish into thin air by taking his capital here. No use in attacking it and getting retaliated damage or retaliatory damage. And my southern boat here, where's he going to go? Okay, so he's going to go for that ruin. Let's see. He later tries to sail across the whole ocean alone, but I don't think his captain's very smart there. I don't know. So yeah, the location we were going to put a custom house on our second village. We went ahead and farmed it because we were disappointed, or I was disappointed that there's no good spots for custom houses anymore. So we got navigation. We're going to get this ruin. Let's go ahead and speed this up. I think we're just going to start spamming naval units here. Let's see, because that'd be the best option, really. If we're going to take on everybody on this waterlogged map, we should definitely have a strong navy. So I don't know. Did I get my first dragon yet? I did not. Okay. I do not have a dragon egg yet. So yeah, we were able to put a unit into Zabasi's village there, a defender, because he left it empty and he didn't know I had navigation. But he killed it with his ships. Well, he had boats. So it was costly. He had to upgrade his boats to ships. So hopefully that mistake of leaving his village empty cost him enough stars that he won't be able to recover from that. So now we got our first dragon egg on turn 12. So we got a monument, which means we're going to be able to probably get another dragon egg here. We're looking for that whale. We just want to make sure that Zabasi does not border expand and harvest that whale. So even if Zabasi does border expand before I can, and he harvests, well, he won't be able to harvest the whale when I'm standing on it. So we're going to make sure he can't harvest it because we're hoping to take his village, and then we'll get the whale no matter what. But yep, it looks like we're successful there, and I think we just bought trade as well. And from now on, we're just going to start spamming boats here. So Lux put a giant in the water, but it's only a boat, and it has no vision. So we just were able to go up there and start striking it without any retaliation. You don't really want to put your giants in the water. And well, early in the game you could put them in the water to hope you can sail around and sneak into someone's village. But later in the game, when you know pretty much everyone's probably got navy, you don't want to put giants in the water until you have vision around where you put them in the water at. And even then, as soon as you put the giant in the water, you're going to want to instantly upgrade it to a battleship. So the goal is to put a giant in the water and make sure you have the capability to retaliate as a battleship. So we just sailed past. We just moved right in past that giant battleship he made. Totally ignored it. Captured his village. So I think his battleship dies. Yeah, it was fairly effortlessly. And that was actually a second battleship. I think his first one died as a boat. But this is where Lux gets spotted. So yeah, he kind of misused his giants there. Giants are an expensive unit. You want to guard them. Don't just put them in the water as boats when you have no vision. So now we're going to continue our naval spam. And I think, let me see. So Lux is botted. Everyone's dead except for Kiku and Imo down there in the extreme south. So I'm pretty sure those are the only two tribes left on this map with me. Out of the 8 initial, it's just us 3 left. And Imo's got some boats up here next to me. So he sailed pretty far from his one village island there. But yeah, with just one village still on turn 19, he's not going to be able to do anything. Not at all. So man, we surrounded that initial island with boats and ships just now, and a battleship or 2. So it looks like just 1 actually. So yeah, it's pretty much over now. I mean, you could say Kiku would be my number 1 threat, but let's reveal what he's got down here. Let's just fast forward. The Navalon continues to wreak havoc up there in the north. But anytime now we're going to see Kiku's whole force here. It's pretty sparse, and it's made up of warrior boats and warrior ships, not even defenders. Because look, they're all 10 health units. So at this point, oh, there's the rest of his fleet, and yeah, it's just a bunch of more 10 health boats. So warrior boats. So I made the comment in Discord that my navy doubles both of yours combined, which is pretty accurate. And that's when Kiku resigned. I think Imo stayed into the bitter end, but there wasn't really any point in that. So we don't have much of income, just 44 stars per turn. We can only make 2 battleships per turn. It was mostly because of our custom house placement. But in the end, we have enough boats. Even with this scrawny income, it doesn't really matter.